Hi, everyone. It's Helen McConnell here from helenmcconnell.com. I'm your tapping expert. If you have been following me for any length of time, you know that I do a lot of this and a lot of that and a lot of this and a lot of that. And I have not been good at sticking to one thing with regard to tapping. I've been aware of it. I have the tool to help me overcome that. But it's only been in the last few weeks and months that I've really started to sort of drill down into what the heck is going on. So I want to share with you briefly, if you ever find yourself thinking, I want to do this thing, but I can't seem to get myself to do it. I'm just going to offer a couple of tips that might help you get a little unstuck. There's no judgment, because we do what we think we need to do to keep ourselves safe. And for a lot of us, moving forward doesn't feel safe. But even if our mind says we want to move forward, there's something deep down inside that says, that doesn't feel very safe. Not that we're going to get attacked or anything, but we might get criticized or judged or get in trouble or something like that. That is an old message. So we're going to do some tapping, and we're going to talk as we tap. And the first thing I want to tell you, you just start tapping on the side of your hand. And if you want to begin to find out what's going on with yourself that you're not thrilled with, you're not happy with, I tell you, tapping, sitting and tapping, don't use any words, just tap. You just start on the side of the hand and think about, try to focus on one thing that isn't working for you. Like in my case, growing my business to the size I really want it to be. That's what's been sort of, that's the root of all of this. It's not the root, it's the symptom, I guess. So you just tap and you think about, in this case, growing my business to the size I want it to be. And just get really quiet as you tap. You might repeat, growing my business to the size I want it to be, or whatever your issue is. And then get kind of quiet. What tapping seems to do is soothe the nervous system, calm us down enough so that our unconscious mind or our body can release the message that we need to get. Now, I've been busy over the last few years, but not so busy that I didn't have time to do this, but my mind kept distracting me from taking the time to do this very thing that I'm talking about. I meditate twice a day, I do yoga, I go for walks, but what I've been doing is I'll go for a long walk and I'll have something in my earbuds. I'll be listening to a book or a podcast or something like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about complete silence with yourself. And just notice if even the thought of doing that brings up any fears. Oh my God, I'm going to have to think. I'm going to have to sit with myself and be with myself. And you just keep tapping. So the sort of the result of doing what I'm suggesting doing for me was really about, I'm just really scared. And then so I have to go a little deeper and go, what am I afraid of? What if I got to lose? You know, what's the worst thing that can happen is I put it all together and I look like an ass. Oh, well, at least I tried, you know. We live in a culture that is so condemning of making mistakes, that, which I think is wrong. Children learn by making mistakes. Adults learn by making mistakes. We just want to keep moving forward. And when we get stuck, it's like if you've ever seen a car whose back wheels are stuck in the mud, it's really hard to get out of that mud hole. And if you put your foot on the gas, you'll just spin the wheels, not go anywhere. In fact, dig yourself in deeper right where you are. And that's what I think sort of mentally we do when we don't take the time to get quiet with ourselves and put a block under the rear wheels so that it can get out of the mud and move forward. We want to move forward. Humans move forward. Okay, that's what we do. So here I am telling you this. That's the first tip I will say is get quiet with yourself. If that feels like too much, then use some words with your tapping. You can say, even though I'm afraid to get quiet with myself, I love and accept myself. Even though I'm afraid to hear what my unconscious mind might tell me, I love and accept myself. And notice that your mind is going to say, wait, go somewhere else, go do something else. Even though my mind is trying to distract me, I understand it's trying to keep me safe. But that's not the kind of safety I want anymore. I want, that is limiting me. And I love and accept myself anyway. Okay, and you just tap around and say, I'm scared to sit with myself. I'm scared to be quiet with myself. I'm scared to really listen to what's going on. And this fear has got my rear wheels stuck in the mud. And so as you notice that, envision yourself, whatever that rear wheel in the mud looks like or feels like to you, find an equal metaphor that helps you get those rear wheels out of the mud. I want to move forward. It's my nature to move forward. So I've been doing anything else where I can feel like I'm moving forward under the arm in order to keep from doing the real thing I want to do. Okay, so take a deep breath and just check that out. See if that sits with you, resonates with you. If not, no problem, but I'm hoping this might help you just a little bit. So once you realize it, you can keep it in your mind, you can keep it in your forefront, and you can manage yourself moment to moment, that when you see yourself going, find something else to do besides what you really want to do, that's just a distraction. It's your mind trying to keep you safe. And it ends up not keeping us safe. It ends up limiting us. So it's time to take charge of our minds. You have way more power than you realize. Or maybe you have an inkling of how much power you have. Well, it's time to unleash it and share your gifts with the world. Come on this journey with me. All right. Thanks for listening. See you soon. Bye.